I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil.
I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them fiending. If any try to shoot you, make sure that you leave them leaking. He said,
I'ma hold you down when problems pop up.
how you got me moving this dope? Want me in lockup? He said,
don't you want the Benz vertible with the top cup?
Yeah.
Stop bitching, get in that kitchen, let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's pop up. I know you know Ron.
who the plug from by the block up?
I'll tell you a little secret, make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Ron got a Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Trip to the Bahamas, just got a whip for his mama. He fucking up in commas, be honest, he's seeing decent dope.
I hear you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. In fact, he ain't looking too good. His knees is kinda slow. I asked him why the struggle, he got stuck up for his bundle, but them 6 hollow tips in his legs what made him crumble.
At least he got the house and mama is living good.
Said the feds took it all, he right back in the hood. I see you try to play me, you gave us crack in the 80s. Made us abort our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than them cars when to amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't faze me.
I guarantee that you gon' regret it, remember I said it.
Nah, you could dead it.
What you saying, I can't win?
Nah, devil, nice try, so until we meet again.
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious, but we've been getting fucked and put to the side like a mistress. Police patrolling why? Because prison became a business. They murder one of ours and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we ride, they send the military in armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die a martyr. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. With Christ's return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights, patting me down. You got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I gave up my vice. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you gave our homeboy's life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from Habibi's spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's trife, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. Ask Trayvon, Mike Brown, a Kai Gurley, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando, Alton Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil.
Check, 1 2 1 2. About to bust a rhyme about Bunkai, y'all. Check. Check. Check.
Good. If somebody log into the StreamYard, don't let them into this screen itself. Right. Just let them look at it.
Which one?
Good. Okay. All right, clap it up. Most High in Christ. Once again, we back. The I.S.U.P.K. Since 1969, been on the streets teaching the truth of the Bible to the Lord's people. And who are the Lord's people today? The so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. That's who we are in this empire today. And we don't know that because of the oppressor that we up under right now in this captivity here in this empire that we call America. We come to class throughout the week. In I.S.U.P.K, we have classes from Monday through Sunday now. You know what I'm saying? So there is no, this is an opportunity for us to all learn our responsibilities as brothers and sisters in the truth and serving the Lord. And these classes are designed for us to find our way back to serving the Lord and knowing what the truth is. It also gives our people a chance, to the ones that never heard this truth before, to understand who the Most High is and what he requires of us to do. You understand? And so tonight, across the nation, across the world, in the school at I.S.U.P.K, we go into the scriptures and we bring out different examples of brotherhood. And we know that brotherhood is synonymous with what? Sisterhood, correct? So in the small things of life, in the small way of understanding what life is, brotherhood is one of the foundational tools that we use to grow and doing in the service of the serving the Lord, just like sisterhood, correct? So we do it every Tuesday night in I.S.U.P.K. So before we get started, anybody have any questions, anything before we get started? Any questions? We should have some questions now. Everybody should be somewhere reading and doing some studying about, you know, it's our responsibility to do something. You come to class and just, you know, look at me, I'm gonna look back at you. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's something that we should all study to show ourselves approved, correct? Right. So when it comes to, you know, Lord willing, I'll be able to answer the questions. If not, then there'll be something else I need to study as well. So I also want to know, what are y'all studying when y'all are not, you know what I'm saying, around here, especially pertaining to brotherhood or sisterhood or the law, statutes, and commandments. So before I got any questions, anything, I'll gate. No questions. I guess anybody online. I thought. Nobody online. Nobody in the class. Well, I'm gonna have some questions tonight then. All right. So when we think about responsibility as brotherhood, right, or sisterhood, how does responsibility play a role in brotherhood or sisterhood? Come on, Nathaniel.
Slacky, so you're responsible for I want to say holding your brother or your sister accountable in certain situations when it comes to brotherhood and sisterhood. Like when you see a brother doing something wrong that's against the law, it's your responsibility to maybe not so aggressively check them, but to let them know that, brother, that's against the law, to remind them.
Okay. You feel like that's a responsibility, correct?
Kind of.
That's one. What else?
Sir. Mm-hmm. It's a responsibility to make sure that you're doing, you know, what you're supposed to. That's as far as setting an example for the brothers under you or the brothers around you, so they can see that, you know, this is what a real brother does, and this is what a real brother is supposed to do.
Absolutely. Give him a hand. The reason why I say that, because I just want to share what, you know, as a class in Fayetteville, North Carolina, like all of us have a responsibility. And just like the scriptures say, to whom much is given, what? Which is required. Right. Now, how do we know that? What's the practical application of much is required? What does that mean? What does that mean? Come on. What does that mean? To whom? Just break it down. What do you think it means? Come on.
It's like what makes her says, from much is given. So like if you're given, like even at a slave, if you're given a task at a slave, you're expected to fulfill that task. Because, you know, now you're responsible for this and for that.
Right.
And now you got to meet the requirements of what's been given to you.
Right. Even in spite of, correct? So no matter what we may deal with from day to day, or any ups and downs, or anything like that, you still have a responsibility, because guess what? You're given what in this truth? What are you given in I.S.U.P.K? Go ahead. Come, you given a second chance, but what else? What else? What are we giving you? We're given a second chance. But you see, yeah, I asked that y'all have any questions. You understand? So ain't nobody have any questions, so I'm gonna have mine. So what else are we giving? We are given a second chance, but what else are we giving? Come on. What up? Come on, our bud. I ain't gonna listen. I'm okay today. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay today. I'm all right.
I'm gonna say life.
Con, what else? Sister Araba, what else are we giving? Nobody want to answer the question. Come on.
It's like a responsibility.
We're giving responsibility. All right. When I say it, y'all gonna be like, damn. We're giving the knowledge of what to do with our requirements. Like you understand what it means to have a requirement or fulfilled to do something, correct? We understand that because what we're taught that in here. Now, whether you choose to do it or not, that's on you. But we also know to whom much is given, much is what? So you are required to do certain things, whether you choose to do them or not. Because if you was at your slave, or any one of us was at our slave, whether we wanted to go there, have a good day or a bad day, guess what? They're going to go there and do that slave.
That's right.
Why? Because they have a requirement for you to be there. Why wouldn't we do the work of the Lord the same way? We all going to have days where we be like, man, the hell with this, so the hell with that. All of us. Every last one of, but the brotherhood and the knowledge that we learn, and guess what? I mean, we can't give up. We can't stop whenever you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? That's something that and believe it or not, having that type of mindset is totally different from a Christian. Because they thinking that, you know, God loves me no matter what I do. God loves me no matter what I say. I can act however I want to act, and it's cool. And here we know that that's not true. Like when you start cutting up or you get out of pocket, then guess what? You got to know I'm responsible, right? Because you have the knowledge of doing the right thing. Now, if you make, come on.
Sister Alana said being able to hold each other accountable.
Yeah, how do you hold each other accountable? What is holding each other accountable? See, and that's not a good enough answer. What is holding each other accountable? What is that? When somebody say that, what does that mean? Come on.
It's like a mixer whenever you see someone in the wrong, correcting them.
Or what?
Or helping them.
We talking about like you two are. We talking about, man, to hold somebody accountable, you start with yourself first, man.
That's right.
You start with yourself first, because for somebody to come approach you to try to hold something, you holding somebody else accountable. Where are you at in the grand scheme of things? And that's why YAHANNA was so influential in everything that he did, because he held himself accountable. So that way, when he went out to teach the people, the only thing they're gonna say was, "Con out of one con." No matter what they brought to him to cut him or try to make him seem like he wasn't who he knew he was always in a situation where he could tell them the truth about what real life is, knowing what brotherhood, knowing what sisterhood was, because he was the example of it. He was the embodiment of the kingdom of heaven. So when we have these different things in life that come to us, no matter what it is, start with self first. And this is something that we all should embody when we're talking about knowing the truth, right? And being a brother or sister. Because if we don't start with each other first, start with yourself first, when somebody brings you something, you're not going to respond like a brother. If we don't start with ourselves first, when somebody brings you something, you're not going to respond like a sister first. We start there first. We all have to evaluate ourselves and say, you know what? I can be better. I can do better. Why not? If we're going to say we have the knowledge of the truth, right? That's what we all in here for, right? That's what this whole class in the I.S.U.P.K. My brother Bunky, y'all were just talking about it. Right? What's the word that you use, brother? You said the application of the truth, or the application of what we learn in this truth, right? So what's the point of learning these things that we learn in these scriptures if we're not going to apply them to real life? What's the application of knowing what a brother is or what a sister is? Right? And you can't look like, oh yeah, I got all my ducks in a row. Who said you has all the ducks in? How do you know you got all your ducks in a row? How did you get to make sure everything that you done was perfect? It can be that way. And the only way you know it can be that way because you know what the truth is. And then you have to apply the knowledge that we learn. And that's what this thing is, right? So to whom much is given, much is required. Okay. So I want to get into a couple of scriptures tonight, Lord willing, through the Spirit of Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Y'all rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? I got a vibe tonight, Quadon. It's one of them vibe like I really don't care. but I really care. You understand? I don't care, but I really care. Because it's the type of vibe, man. You know, we are gonna have these check-ins, if I may, and they're supposed to come from the men that are above you. Now they're not meant to tear you down in no shape, form, or fashion. They're meant to make us better. You understand? And sometimes you may not think you need a check-in. You know, you may not even think you need it. You may think you smooth, you Joe Camel. You understand? You like Billy D. Williams. I'm good. But then you get this small, somebody who really gives a damn about you, who really cares about you, tell you something in your ear to make you remember what? Your responsibility, man. Your responsibility of knowing the truth. And you cannot be like everybody else. And in here, we train brothers to do what? What are we training the brothers to do? What are we training the men in the I.S.U.P.K. to be? From a young man. Let's start with a young man. What are we training a young man to do? Then we're going to go up. What are we training a young man to do? Y'all going to catch me once I get going. Go ahead.
Salaki said to basically realize that you need to hold yourself accountable and to shed yourself for the world.
That's true, but we going up tonight. You know what I'm saying? What we say it's up and it's stuck. Yeah, we there tonight. Salaki. I done drunk 2 cups of coffee and I don't drink coffee. What are we training the young men to do? From a young man, when you come in here, what are we training them to do? Come on, Bunky, y'all.
Salaki, if I may, sir, to serve the Lord.
True. That's true. What else?
To be a leader.
Give him a hand. You understand? So we're training the young men from the minute you walk through the doors to be a leader, right? And to be a leader, we're asking you to take the place of the brother that's in front of you. Like you can't just come in here and be a trooper, right? You come in here, you be a trooper, a young man, to do what? One day become a trooper. And the brother that's a trooper, guess what he want to be? An officer, right? So the goal is for you to come in, learn what you're supposed to do as a young man. And my job, or these brothers that's in here, up under Commander General YAHANNA, is to make sure we're all doing what is required. And that's based on the knowledge that you learn from watching us. So that means I'm accountable for everything that I do and say. The brothers that are around me are accountable for everything that they do and say. Because guess what? There may be a brother or a sister somewhere that can be hurt by what you say. There may be a brother or a sister that can be hurt by what you do. And guess what? And as a leader, you're responsible for it. We're all responsible for it. You understand? And that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's why it's good to have that little phone call or the little check-ins to remind us what we're supposed to be doing. That's why it's good to have a brother that whispers certain things in your ear that tell you, hey, you might want to tighten this up. That's why it's good to have a sister that will really tighten you up. Now, everybody is not going to tighten you up the way that certain people will tighten you up. That's a brother that is closer to you than probably other brothers. And that brother can tell you when you're absolutely wrong. There's a sister that you can have a conversation with that will tell you, guess what? You're absolutely wrong. And there may be a sister that you don't want to listen to, but you know she's right. That may be a brother you don't want to listen to, but you know he's right. Either way, we all share the same responsibilities because we're building a nation from the ground up. And the young men who walk through those doors, we build them up to take the place of the trooper. The trooper, we build a trooper up to take the place of who? The officer. We build the officers up to take the place of the captain. We build a captain up to one day take the place of who? The general. And each level of growth, there's a different level of responsibility, okay? You know what I'm saying? And nothing in life that doesn't come with responsibility, right? It ain't nothing in life that you're going to get that don't come with risk. Nothing. Name something in life that don't come with risk. Waking up in the morning come with a risk because you don't know what the Most High has planned for you. If you buy a new house, guess what? It's going to come with more responsibilities. You know, some people want them 4,000 square foot homes in the, well, you know, those 60 acres, you know what I'm saying? It comes with a lot of responsibility. So you got to think about it. You're going to be cleaning that house from top to bottom every day. You're going to be tending to that yard every day and night. So you got to think about what you're doing. And as a young man, you have a level of responsibility. As a trooper, you get another level of responsibility. As an officer, you get another level of responsibility. And the higher you go up, that's why we're talking about tonight. To whom much is given, much is what? So that's where we're going to be at. So that's brotherhood. Understanding what we're supposed to be doing on different levels in growth in the school, okay? Everybody to what? Now, y'all sure y'all don't have no questions? Okay, come on, brother.
This is sister online. She said Proverbs 19 and 17. I asked her, what was the question? She didn't say.
Okay, tell up.
I did have a question on. I wanted to just a general breakdown.
Go ahead.
On Numbers.
You going?
Numbers 23 and 10.
Somebody read it for the brother Bible. What's y'all? Numbers 23 and 10.
Come on, just a general breakdown.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 23 and verse 10. Who can
read go 3 verses, 2 verses up above it.
Kind of concert.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 23 and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
How shall I cruise whom God have not slakia? How shall I curse whom God have not cursed?
Mm-hmm.
Or how shall I defy whom the Lord have not defiled?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. For from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. Lo, the people dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. Who can count the dust of Jacob and the number of the fourth part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous.
So like it, don't even read no more. The fourth part of, when you go to the fourth part, it's a breakdown because that fourth part is it's a whole nother level. And I right now I do not have that. It's a locky. I know the fourth part is I don't even want to say it without it's a locky. I do not have that, but I will get it to you. But I can't remember what that four. I know what the dust is, but I cannot remember what the fourth part was. Yeah, it's a locky. Hey, that's good. Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Give me some what? Responsibility, right? Most High in Christ. I love it. Well, who else? So hold tight. He gonna run out over here, buggy. You see how he do, right? Bro, hey, that's Judah, man. So like it, Most High Christ. Let me get the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 41. All right, that remind me. I'm gonna get that to you though, okay, Bob Kusha. I think the fourth part. I want to make sure that what that is. I remember went into it. Who got it?
I'm gone.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 31. But
41.
41. Then Peter said unto him, Lord, speakest thou this parable unto us,
Mm-hmm.
or even to all? Verse 42.
So what's going on right here? Anybody ever read this before? Anybody? What's going on right here? If you read up above, you read it. This is where Yahushua was saying, like, if you got a job to do, like do your job, do that thing, or do your duty. You understand? And he was just talking to the disciples and bringing things down. So read verse 41 again.
Then Peter said unto him, Lord, speakest thou this parable unto us?
Right.
Or even to all?
All right. So you're asking, so are you talking to us, or are you talking to everybody, right? These things that we're talking about, the work that we're supposed to be doing, our what? Our duties, correct? Read on.
And the Lord said, who then is the faithful and wise steward, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of meat in due season?
So what is this saying right here? Come on, Bunker, y'all.
Sir, he's just, like Captain I thought, he gave us a check-in one day, and he said that he wanted to see which brother was going to stand for the Lord, which brother was going to stand for Christ. So he's basically asking a question, read it one more time.
It says, verse 42, and the Lord said, who then is that faithful and wise steward, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of meat in due season?
Okay.
Yeah, Christ is just basically asking who's going to be the one to hold true to their office, who's going to be the one that's going to stand for him, essentially.
All right, so let's do this. So you right, give him a hand, Most High in Christ. But you know how I like to do, Bunk. I like we gonna run it down, coming down, right? So we say, who then is that faithful and wise steward, right? So what's the steward, Baba Kusha? What's the steward? Come on. Okay. Or what else? Okay, we can say a servant, but not so much as servant, though. Come on.
Salakia, sir. I thought a steward was like what they call them, almost like a hostess, like almost at a restaurant, like the
Right. So he's not the owner of the business, correct?
He's like,
but he's a steward over what the operations that goes on in there. So if we were to break it down for us to understand that, a steward would be what? Your right-hand man. You understand? He would be the one that would have operational control in your absence. Come on. A manager, you understand? A manager. So in here, in I.S.U.P.K, who would be my steward? A steward to me in I.S.U.P.K in Fayetteville, Baba Kusha. Come on.
Salakia, sir. Would it be Captain
Wait. Did I just tell you I had a nice phone call today? What you trying to do, man? Come on.
No, who's lower than you?
It ain't what I said. Just who would be my steward?
So that mean it would be your managers, or like or are you talking about it goes up?
Come on, our boy.
So I can make sure, would it be either Officer Ayathan or
it will be Officer Ayathan. Give him a hand. All right. Okay, so now we understand what a steward is, correct? So read the verse again, Baba Kusha.
sir. And the Lord said, who then is that faithful and wise steward?
Now you gotta remember, now it said the Lord. This is Yahushua speaking, correct? Now read it again.
Who then is that faithful and wise steward?
Now, who is that faithful and wise steward, right? So in this case that we teach in the I.S.U.P.K, just this is a manifold scripture, right? So it can mean, of course, Yahushua is speaking in the parable of a steward watching over the house. But I want to bring it to the point where we're using the I.S.U.P.K and understanding what this is and our responsibilities and what our duties, correct? So now I'm asking Yahushua, saying, who then is that faithful and wise steward? Boom. Gonna be my brother, right? Read on.
Whom his Lord.
Whom what?
His Lord.
Now somebody gonna understand this because they say it to me all the time, every time we talk. And they always say, Shalom, my Lord. They always say that. I'm like, damn, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? So I.S.U.P.K being he's my brother, but also he looks at me as being his what? His Lord. Meaning what? I'm responsible for my brother. And if I'm absent from somewhere, guess what? He's my second in command. He will be my faith. He will be my faithful and wise steward. All right, read on.
Sir, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household.
Make his Lord over what?
Make ruler over his household.
So that means if I ain't around, I got, let's say, hey brother, y'all going to Virginia this weekend. So I.S.U.P.K would be responsible for making sure everything. My brother or the second in command will make sure everything is done in my what? Go ahead. Make sure you raise your hand.
In your absence.
In my absence, correct? And he's over what? Come on, Kodon. Come on, he go over my household. Meaning what? All right. Everybody got it? Read on.
To give them their portion.
To give what?
To give them their portion of meat in due season.
To give them their portion, their meat in due season. That's his responsibility, because if I was here, that would be what? Mine. But now that I'm absent, he's my faithful and wise what? Go ahead. Come on, right? Everybody understand? Read on.
Verse 43. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
So what does this mean? Now we got the first part. What does this mean? Come on, Bunky, y'all.
So Christ is basically saying that when the master returns, essentially, you want to be doing the work. You don't want to get caught with your pants down. Essentially, you want to make sure that you're holding true to your duties, your obligations, your responsibilities.
Because what? We're going right back into what? To whom much is given,
which is required.
So if you're a steward and your Lord is gone, right? You got a lot to attend to, right? It's almost like if y'all seen Bebe's Kids. You know what I'm saying? When they went to the park, what's the little girl that was trying to keep all of them together? You understand? They was all over the place. You understand? She had a lot of work to do. So you think about the work of the Lord and what we have to do. You gotta overcome all type of adversities when you come into this truth, man. You understand? And you're gonna start with a small portion as a what? As a young man. And you're gonna that portion gonna begin to increase when you become a trooper. Right? You're becoming a steward over what is given to you, right? And you become an officer, guess what? It goes up another level. And guess what? It doesn't get easier. That's what I'm trying to tell you, right? It doesn't get easier. Because we know if, like I said, if we get that phone call about what you're not doing, right? Don't nobody want that phone call. We'll rather have that conversation that goes what? Read that verse again.
Sir. Blessed is that.
We want the conversation to go what?
Blessed is
blessed, right? What does it mean to be blessed, Baba Kusha? In this context, what does it mean to be blessed? Come on, Bunker, y'all. Come on, y'all gotta talk to me. I'm telling you, I'm gonna run it down tonight, Lord willing.
Salakia, to be like honored, to be held in high esteem, you want to be acknowledged for your work. So it's almost like getting a written accommodation
or a what? Reward.
Comic-Con.
You understand? All right, read that verse again.
Blessed is that servant.
This servant will be rewarded, right? What type of servant? Read on.
Whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
Right. So when he coming, he gonna find what? Doing what he was supposed to do. Right? Being a what? Faithful and what? Wise steward. Correct? Read on.
Verse 44. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he has.
So what is this saying, Quadon?
So like I said, for me, after that, that reward he's given, it's like he's basically saying, now you've given me that, where I can trust you.
Come on.
And now I see, okay, brother, all right, no sweat. He says, so I'm gonna make you a ruler over these other things, that I have, which is more essentially talking about that household.
Right. More what? Responsibility.
Concept.
More responsibility, right?
That's right.
You started as a young man. You know what I'm saying? You get in all black. Move up. Now you become a trooper. Now you come to camp on time. You showing up, reading scriptures, breaking it down, right? Then you go to the next level. Then what? You're an officer now, right? So you're increasing the more you're showing what your value is. We're showing it, right? And that's our responsibility, man. Like each time we have a conversation with somebody, you should be flexing your responsibility level, right? You should. What I'm saying is the things that we learn, we should be implementing in daily life skills. It does us no good to learn all the things in brotherhood if we do not do what we're supposed to do with our portion. Be once you learn the knowledge of the truth, what you supposed to do with it? Just learn it. Now it has to be an active thing in your life, from top to bottom. From top to bottom. And that's what this is. To whom much is given, what? So keep knowing that. So now you know you're being rewarded because you're good over the things that the Lord gave you. This is in the parable that Yahawashi is laying out, right? Read on.
Come, verse 45. But and if that servant say in his heart,
hold on, Salaki. Y'all, we do understand what rank is for, right? So we talking about this brother gonna be rewarded. Rank is not for us to be just, hey, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? Rank is just not for us telling men what to do in here. You understand? It's not that. That's not what rank is. You have a responsibility, you know what I'm saying, to the men to do your job. Why? You had a responsibility to the men that are above you to do your job. Why? Salaki below you to do your job. Why? Come on.
Salaki, if you wanted to compare it to Esau's military, because their lives could hang in the balance.
Let me tell you something. There is nothing more that when we go out to camp, as a brother that I've learned, is to look around in that camp, and whatever my life has going on at that moment, it's the least of my goddamn worries. You understand me? I don't give a damn what is going on. My job is to make sure the brothers that come out with me go home safely to their families. You understand? And that's all of us. When we at camp, that's why we have camp and we set up the camp the way that we have it set up. It's a huge responsibility, right? And when we go to camp, we go out there to do the work of the Lord, not to think about what's going on in the world. What your wife gonna say? You know what I'm saying? What your daddy think about you being in the truth? What your mama inviting you to Thanksgiving and all that? I'm thinking about this brother. He got my 6. I got his 6. Let's go. That's what's important, and we have to conduct ourselves as such. Now, if you choosing to pick little spurts to be a brother, then what's the thing you said earlier? No, you didn't say that. No, give me the cool word everybody been saying lately. What's the word? No. Yeah, you see, you messing it up. You messing it up, man. You messing up the assignment, I You messing up this. You messing up the assignment. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to understand what the assignment. Ain't that what they be saying now? So he understood the assignment, right? You go out, you take your brothers out to camp, they able to go home to their wife and their children, and guess what? You understood your assignments. So we're training from a young man to a trooper to an officer to the one day be able to take the men out that come in here, and guess what? They're going to give their lives over to you. That sister that come in here, she's giving her life over to you. You understand? Y'all feel that, right? That sister who comes in here, and if you're a sister that's already in here, you understand? She's hoping that you're going to treat her like a what? Like a sister. She's putting the way that she thinks about what the school is and everything else that she may have been involved in life into the way that you talk to her. Your interactions with her, oh my goodness. Brother, the same thing applies. A sister come in, you say, hey, cover your head up, sister. How you need me to do it, sir? Right. Yeah, just like that. Right. How you want me to dress? Not modest. Just like that. That's right. And guess what? The brothers, we do the same thing. Brother, what? All black, head to top. Yeah, just yeah. Nope, only the white logo. That's not all black, brother. Boots. Wait, them dope man Nikes out. You can't do that with that. I'm supposed to let you slide. What we call this thing is watering down the ranks. You understand? That it's your responsibility to do it right if you're a good what? Steward. Right? So if your Lord come back and evaluate what you've been doing, what is he gonna look for? Like, damn, like what y'all doing? And it's embarrassing. Cause nobody wants to disappoint their father, man. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't give a damn where you come from in life. If you ever had a father or somebody who actually gave a damn about you, the worst thing you can do is disappoint that man, that Lord. And here we don't want to disappoint Captain Nata. You know that, man? I'm telling you, like it's one of the worst feelings ever to know you got a brother who's that you're giving your life over to, and you can't do what you're supposed to do. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. And guess what? I'm quite sure he had the same level of responsibility too. It's no different. I'm telling you, when you come in, you take your first check-in. Well, it's messing with you in a bad way. You know, oh, Lord. Y'all brothers, see, the sisters don't know. They don't know much about it, you know what I'm saying? They don't. But it's a terrible feeling. I'm telling you, it goes nowhere. And it's a feeling that if you want to be a good steward, right? Embrace that feeling. Embrace it, because you never want your Lord to have that view about you ever again. Like, you don't want that. You don't want your Lord looking at you like, oh man, he's a liar. You know what I'm saying? He's a thief. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to do what he's supposed to do. The hell with that out. Why? When we have opportunities to do it and get it right every single day. You say Salakia and keep it moving. Do it better. Read on.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 45.
Go ahead.
But if that servant say in his heart.
But if the servant says what?
In his heart.
And in his mind, read on.
My Lord delayeth his coming.
Oh man, I'm chilling. Boy, he coming no time soon. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And shall begin to beat the men servants.
He shall do what?
Beat the men servants.
What does it mean? To abuse, correct? Read on.
And maidens.
And who?
Maidens.
The men servants, and who are the maidens? The sisters, right? That we talk about, right? So it's, yeah, your Lord coming, so you got time to play. Ain't nobody gonna know what you're doing. You understand? You gonna do this to the men servants and the who? And the maidens. Read on. And
to eat and drink. And to be drunken.
So what is this saying? You're beginning to do what? Come on, Bunk, y'all. You're slacking off. You're shoe-shoeing, right? You're point shaving. Come on, Ayathan. The third one. Yeah, go ahead.
Like it. Go ahead. This scripture.
He understood the assignment. Look at it. Come on.
This scripture is so heavy because it reminds me of the Christian pastors, man. You understand? Like they think, oh, we under grace. You know what I'm saying? So they think they got time. You know, and they tell everybody else that they got time too. Meanwhile, they abusing your grandma, your children, the brothers and sisters in that church, man. They robbing them day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? And they just taking all your money, eating it up, drinking it up. You know what I'm saying? Salaki.
Gone. Damn right. Come on, Quadon.
It's Salaki, sir. If I made to add on to what he's saying, which is so heavy, with both of y'all bringing out, it brings me to the definition of the Merriam-Webster of integrity, which we know this is the lack of in this, this situation. It says integrity, firm adherence to a code of especially moral or artistic values. And like Salaki, if I may, sir, like I said, like this servant here, he's lacking that integrity because he like, my Lord, he ain't coming no time soon, so I don't need to do what I'm supposed to do or keep my responsibility as you brought out. So it's like I can do whatever I want to do. you know, instead of doing what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
You know, so Salakia, sir.
God, that's it. You know what I'm saying? You lack integrity. This steward lacks integrity, right? Because he'll only do it when everybody's watching. Right? Read on.
Okay, sir. My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the men servants.
Go ahead.
And maidens, and to eat and drink.
Go ahead.
And to be drunken.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 46. The Lord of that servant.
The Lord of who?
That servant.
Go ahead.
Will come in a day when he looketh not for him.
So he come in where?
A day when he looketh not for him.
Now this is black folks in the Bible. You understand? This is us. You understand, y'all? What the Snoop y'all rolling down that gin and juice video? You remember Snoop Dogg mom was like, "Don't let nobody in the house." I'm showing my age on that one. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, "Don't let nobody in my house, and you better not be drinking my gin and juice." You know what I'm saying? As soon as the mama would left the house, Snoop on the phone, like, you know, it's on, it's party, right? Right. Go ahead.
Come concert. And at that Salakia, and at an hour when he was not aware.
So why is he not aware? Why is he not aware?
Because he feel like he got time.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, he's having a good time. You know what I'm saying? It just like as a like you think and I'm thinking about like that, just brothers, you understand? Right. And here we know we have a lot of responsibilities, right? But just think about what happens if you forget the rope and the camp equipment. 9 times out of 10, somebody was slacking off. Real talk. Somebody was not doing what? Their responsibilities. Right. Somebody wasn't being a good steward over what their role was, right? And we like I said, we train brothers from being a young man to a trooper to an officer. So that means now we got to go back and retrain that trooper about what he did not get from that officer, about making sure that he has all the what? Camp equipment. And I guarantee he will say, well, Salakia, sir, I didn't know I was supposed to grab that. So that only means what? Somebody didn't teach that brother. Okay? Read on. So this steward right here, he don't even know the master coming, Quadon. He back there, you know what I'm saying? The music jamming, he drunk, telling, shut up. I'm the king right here. You know what I'm saying? He doing what he want to do, Bunky, y'all. But guess what? What he don't know is who's approaching. He's what? Unaware. Read on, our bar.
Khan. And will cut him in sunder.
He will what?
Cut him in sunder.
He will cut him in sunder. Read on.
And will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers.
Now, what does this mean? He will cut him in sunder. Come on. Y'all, it's you know we're gonna come on, Quadon.
It's like, you know, like you said, you already don't want to hear it when your father getting ready to get on your behind, man. Like you said, you put your head down. So it's like this, when the Lord come, he gonna terrify it to Salaka. You know what I mean? So it's like he gonna get on him, man. He gonna let him know, brother. You about to get this checking, a swift checking.
You about to be what? Cut, right?
That's right.
To be cut in half, right? And here we know that's another way brothers do what? We get what? You come on.
Get checked.
That's true. You get checked, and what else? Y'all ever heard that? Come on, Quadon.
Like I said, showing love, like love correction.
Nah, this ain't no correction. I mean, it's correction, but it ain't that. That cut asunder, meaning what? Cut in half, correct? Come on, Ayathan.
You get in here, we know you get punished, you know what I'm saying? And depending on what you're doing, you get separated from, you know, the school, the brothers, everything. And you have to go through a series of things to show that you're supposed to be here or you want to be here.
But what happens before that happens, though? Come on. It don't matter.
Salaka, mate.
Come on.
You're taking a counsel.
Yeah. What else?
I was gonna say you get demoted or you get taken
demoted.
away.
Yeah, you lose what your responsibilities are. You lose that thing that you were responsible for making sure that your Lord was taken care of in his absence. You didn't do that. You had parties. You didn't understand the assignment. I'm gonna use that ayat. You mind? I know it's like a. I don't. Yeah. Am I saying it right? All right. I'll make sure. I try to be hip sometime, Bunk, y'all. I ain't always good at it. You understand? But yeah, you lose that, right? And it's my job to do that. It's my job to tell you, you did that wrong. You need to go back and try. You need to learn this over again. You need to be taught again. Meaning what? You need to learn how to speak to your brothers and sisters all over again. You need to learn how you're supposed to act when I'm not around. You need to have some what, Quadam? Integrity, right? And guess what? That's the responsibility of all of us. All of us. All right, read on. Where we at?
It's the book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 46.
Go ahead.
And will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers. Verse 47. Mm-hmm. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, mm-hmm, and prepared not himself.
And that servant, hold on, read that again. Take it slow.
Kamakan. Mm-hmm. And that servant, which knew his Lord's will.
So he knew what the Lord wanted from him. He knew what his master wanted from him. Right. Like you know what is what required of you. Like you've been told the right things to do. You've been told the right things to say. You have examples of what you're supposed to be doing, correct? You know this. This your what? Lord's will.
Right.
Read on.
And prepared not himself.
And you did what?
Prepared not himself.
You didn't prepare yourself. Why wasn't you prepared? Maybe you were selfish. Maybe you was thinking about yourself. Maybe you wanted whatever the hell you wanted. In here, brother, we do what we're supposed to do because that's what Commander General YAHANNA requires of us to do. You understand?
Right.
This is what all the captains require of us to do. This is what Captain Thought requires of us to do. We know his will. He requires us to what? Be brothers and to be sisters. So if there's an issue and it comes up, you know what I'm saying? Anything that comes like what y'all, you know what you're supposed to be doing. All right? Read on.
Neither did according to his will.
And neither did according to his will. Read on.
Shall be beaten with many stripes.
Oh, shall be beaten what?
With many stripes.
Now, why was he beaten with many stripes? Why? Now, why is this servant being beat with many stripes, young man Kevin? Caught you. Let me. Did you hear the question, young man Kevin? Go ahead.
Because he didn't listen.
Because he didn't listen, and what else? Now he didn't listen, but what is something else in there? And it's the reason why he was beaten with many stripes. Somebody want to help him out? Come on, Quadon.
So, like I said, if I may, he knew it was required of him, but he still didn't do it.
Give him a hand. He knew what was required. Y'all, you know what that means, right? It just like I don't know. Anybody ever been left home alone? You just know y'all there. Oh boy, hey, I ain't thought.
No.
Oh,
it's just like
look at he trying to look. He trying to no. We trying to back it up now.
Nah,
he understood the assignment. Look at it.
It's just like when I know in my house the kids know like I require certain things.
Come.
Chores supposed to be did after you get out of school. You change your clothes, do your chores. Do your homework. They know that. So if they don't do that, I don't, give them many stripes, but they know they're gonna sit on the wall.
You should give them many stripes. You know what I'm saying?
They know they're gonna be they're gonna end up in a push-up position, or they're gonna end up sitting on the wall doing squats, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. Because what? You should know better.
Right.
That's the only reason why you're getting what you're getting, because you know better. You at home, you jumping on the bed, you jump. What's the one that kids they play back? It's not Humpty Dumpty. Don't talk about the Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, the monkey jumping out of bed and one fell down and cracked bumped his head. I remember one time, boy, I think my sister was jumping on the bed. She fell. She hit her head, boy. Y'all know you ain't supposed to be jumping. Everybody got killed that day. Then we came back alive. Everybody died that day. You know what I'm saying? But it's that thing like when you know you're not supposed to be doing something and you already have the standard and you say you understand the assignment, if you fail, you're going to get many stripes out. Right. You're going to get what's coming to you because you understood what you're supposed to be doing. And at some point in just having a level of growth and responsibility like that training has to translate to your everyday life. It does. Like and when it does not, whatever that thing that comes with you not doing what you're supposed to do, they hurt. They hurt a hell of a lot more than you not knowing at all, right? When you know you're supposed to be doing something and you get dealt with or you get punished for the thing that you knew you're supposed to be doing and you did not do it, it hurt a little more, I thought. Hurt a little bit more because not only are you dealing with the disappointment of not doing what you're supposed to do, you also getting your tail punished as well. Read on.
Common concert. Verse 48. Mm-hmm. But he that knew not.
But what?
But he that knew not.
Okay. Uh-huh. You know what that's saying, right? But if he did not know, right? Read on.
And did commit things worthy of stripes.
But you did do things that were worthy of stripes. Read on.
Shall be beaten with few stripes.
Well, you'll be beaten with fewer stripes. Now, you didn't know what the master's will was. But yet and still, guess what? You still going to be punished too. But you just going to be punished for what? Fewer stripes. Read on.
Con. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required.
Go ahead.
And to whom men have committed much.
Because men have what?
Committed much. Of him they will ask the more.
Man, ain't we always trying to get something more from the brothers over us? It's this thing where we all know, like, how can I say it? Like for the brother who don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's just like if you think about the Christian church, a lot of the Christian church is gonna be that what Pastor said. Pastor said I can eat it, you eat it, but you still gonna deal with whatever the Lord gonna give you, right? You still gonna deal with that. Don't mean you obsolete of whatever coming to you. You still gonna deal with it. But who's gonna get beat with a whole lot of stripes though? Who gonna get beaten? That Christian pastor. That's why the scripture say, "Woe to the pastors." They should be called what in the kingdom of heaven? It's like, what's that? Oh, no sweat. Okay, I understand. It's a lot. All right, go ahead. I understand. My bad. They should be called the least in the kingdom, correct? Right. So we'll read that verse again, Bible Kusha. Lost my train of thought. 48.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 48. But he that knew not and did not commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes.
Go ahead.
For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more.
So there's an old saying that I always say, you hear people say it all the time. When you know better, you're supposed to what? Do better, man. Right? That's been a good steward. We're all asked to be good stewards, okay? And knowing this truth is all about lessons, and sometimes getting checked is a part of the process. It's about lessons, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way around it. You're gonna take your bumps. You know what I'm saying? You a young man, you're gonna take a few, you're gonna take a few bumps. As a trooper, may take a little bit more. But those mistakes that we make, you're supposed to lessen those mistakes. Come on.
Salaki, so I was gonna ask, like, when it says like much is required, and when it says much is given, so it can correlate to good and bad, because like when it comes to good, you receive many blessings, but when it comes to the bad, you basically receive more worse punishment. Like when it comes to when you can just correlate to just a trooper, like a trooper commit like something he doesn't know, you're not gonna like scold him for it. Like, hey, you should have da 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 da. But when it comes to like maybe an officer who knows better, he gets the punishments that goes on in the school. So I guess you can correlate that like it's required more of you. Like now
it's a burden now.
God.
It's you think get a Lord a hand, man. You understand? For it straight up. Like it's a burden. Like it is weight, like straight up. And don't ever forget it though. Don't look at it like, oh man, I gotta do it. No, it's a burden. So whatever thing that you may be battling with, or whatever you think your life so grand and all that, you're a servant to the people. You know what I'm saying? We talk about like much is required. It's like the more you have, the more responsibility. Like you're supposed to call and check on our boy. You're supposed to call and check on young man Kevin. You're supposed to call on Bunker, y'all. I'm telling you, like as the more you grow in this truth and you learn your responsibilities, the men that are around you, right? They're waiting on you to make the decision on whether we go or whether we stop. It's also your job, it's our job to make sure you're prepared to go or whether we should stop. You ever hear brothers say, well, I'm injured, you know what I'm saying? But I can go to camp. We'd be like, what, Bunker, y'all? Like, I'd rather you stay at home, make sure that you are fully, you know what I'm saying, rested or whatever you got going on before I come out here and before you compromise the mission. Right? Come on, Bunker, y'all.
Salaki, I don't want if I may. I mean, this speaks volumes about what we say when love is a correction. I got a precept, Proverbs, if I can pull it, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 3:11. Mm-hmm. It says, my son, despise not the chastening of the Lord. Mm-hmm. So basically, we're not to hate being checked. We're not supposed to hate being corrected. Okay.
Right.
Neither be weary of his correction. Like, don't grow tired of being corrected. This is a part of the process, a part of growing, a part of maturing, a part of gaining wisdom and understanding. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth.
That's right.
Even as a father, the son, in whom he delighteth.
Most high in Christ.
Salakia.
It's part of it, right? That's what I'm saying. It's that thing where we know responsibility is good. And it's good to take a check and then learn from them lessons. And Lord willing, you do not repeat them. Like everybody, ain't nobody exempt from this. Is there anybody exempt from learning anything? Anybody exempt from correction? You understand? But think about it. Like I said, in here, like as a leader, as a steward, like brothers are putting their life in your hands. Commander, I'm telling you right now, Commander Junior YAHANNA said, fall on somebody, and guess what? There are men in this school, brother, who are willing to take somebody's life if given the order. I promise you that. Think it's a game. It's not a game. But he also knows his responsibility of what comes out of his mouth. Everything he does matter. Everything that we do matter. Everything, you understand? But what we say and what we do has to be a process of being righteous, man. You understand? It got to be righteous, all right? Everybody good? Let me get the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 26. There ain't no free pass. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You don't get no free pass. There ain't no free passes, man. Everything you're rewarded, it comes with a what? A price. Every single thing. Right?
Okay.
So as a steward, you know what we're supposed to be doing. We know because what? We know the Lord's will. Put down the pork, put down the shrimp, put down the whatever the thing that we pick up oftentimes, right? We know what we're supposed to be doing. Just like we said, the brother who know what he's supposed to be doing, he's gonna receive what? Plenty stripes, right? So we're gonna prove that. Let me get Hebrews 10 and 26. That brother walk up to the count. I know we Hebrews. Come on. 10 and 26. Who got it?
Kind, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 26. As vinegar to the teeth.
Hebrews 10 and 26.
Oh,
So, Lucky, you take your time. What did I say? I think I said Hebrews, right? Did I? Well, Most High in Christ. That's love. Most. What? Y'all jumping the gun on me. Stop trying to read my mind. Stay in class.
Kind of
Understand the assignment. Read on.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 26.
Go ahead.
For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth.
The knowledge of what?
The truth.
Now the knowledge of Christianity.
The truth.
The knowledge of Halloween and Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day.
The truth.
Now you receive the knowledge of the truth. Read on.
There remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
Right. So what does this mean, Bunker, yo? Baba Kashaw.
Like you said earlier, when you know better, you do better. You know, you really pissing on Christ's sacrifice, you know, him dying for you to turn away from your sins. And you come into the knowledge and understanding that you ain't supposed to eat pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster. And you know that we're not supposed to eat, let alone touch these things, and you go and do that. You know, there is no room for you to repent.
So the knowledge of the truth comes with what?
The knowledge of the truth comes with what, like experience?
Come on, young man, Kevin. You almost there.
Yeah.
You close. I wanted to give it to him. I knew he was gonna get it right. You know what I'm saying? You close, but I'm looking for that. We used it earlier. The knowledge of the truth comes with what? Come on, Nathan.
Wisdom.
It do, but that ain't what I'm looking for. The knowledge of the truth comes with what? Application. Sister Araba, the knowledge of the truth comes with what? You ain't got it? I thank you. The knowledge of the truth comes with what?
Accountability.
Anybody online got it before I give it to you? The knowledge of the truth comes with a price. Meaning what? You can no longer say, I didn't know my Lord's will. Once you learn this truth out, you can't get rid of it. It's on you. What they say, it ain't on me, it's in me. There are certain things you learn about this truth out, and it comes with a price. And because we know to whom much is given, much is what? Required. So now that you know the truth, much is what? Required. You can no longer hide yourself in nakedness out there in the world like you would have done it. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it. The minute you learn that smoking weed is against the Lord, every time somebody fire up, you're gonna be. So that price gonna be like, man, your homeboys may not look at you the same way. Your friends and your family may not look at you the same way. Knowing that Thanksgiving is a heathen custom, guess what? You're gonna be thinking about that. It's a price to pay to know the truth. Each and every last one of us have a burden and knowing what we're supposed to be and who we are according to these scriptures. The minute you find out you're an Israelite and you want to start keeping the law, statutes, and the commandments, oh, there's a price. Because you understand if you do not do it, you may have what? Many stripes. In the world, you none of us, you had no idea. You didn't have no, you did whatever the hell you wanted to do, or whatever you perceive to be right or wrong. You weren't worried about what somebody else says. How do I know that? Because we all did it. I live my life. You don't tell me what to do. You don't pay my bills. You ain't my mama. You know what I'm saying? You do what you want to do. In here, you have a brother who you may have just met a year ago and tell you, hey man, hey, fix your clothes, huh? Hey man, you need to do something to your hair. Oh, hey brother, you need to be on time. Right? Hey bro, hey nah, man, you can't talk to your sister like that. You can't do that. Tighten up. You cannot do what you want to do when you have the knowledge of the truth in real life, man. It comes with a price. It's not free. In the world, everything is free. You do whatever the hell you want to do, when you want to do it, and how you want to do it. Once you learn the knowledge of the Lord, brother, it's different. It's a burden. But we do it to show ourselves what? Worthy. Are receiving what? The blessing. And then what we said earlier, right? To be that good steward, right? You got to show yourself worthy that I'm going to be faithful and wise over all that the Father gives me, correct? Every responsibility that I receive, I'm supposed to be good and faithful to it, right? And wise about how I do things. Wise about how I say things. Wise about the interactions that I have with people. We all have that responsibility. And if we're not doing that, then maybe we need to go back to the drawing board. And guess what? That's our responsibility, man. It's our responsibility to do it. If you're not getting the desired outcomes or the results that you want, if you're doing a math equation, do you not start over? Right. Or you just turn the paper in and just whatever grade I get. Who does that? You don't understand what I have done. You don't understand the assignment. I told him to use that. I'm gonna use that a lot. So, like I was saying earlier, are you gonna be that servant or that steward? Are you gonna be the one that look at everybody else? We are learning each and every chance that we get in this truth. We learn each and every day to be better. Are you gonna get it right every single time? But I guarantee you're gonna learn something. You're gonna learn something. And learning something, that knowledge that you'll gain, it's gonna hurt a little bit. It's gonna hurt a little bit, sis. But guess what you will have? You have the knowledge of the truth. That's what you will gain. That's what we all gain, right? Read on.
Kind of one kind. This is verse 27.
Come.
But a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries.
What that mean? Read it again, dog. It got a vibe to it. You understand? Read it again. Let me see you catch the vibe of it.
Kind of one kind. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 27. But a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation.
So a fearful looking for what? Judgment. And what?
Oh, Salaki. And fearful. Fiery indignation.
Meaning what? What does this mean? Looking for, oh, I messed up, man. What we call it looking over your shoulder, right? When you know that judgment is coming, what is judgment in the scriptures? What is judgment? Come on, Bunk, y'all. Punishment. Right? Like if you broke the TV in the living room by skateboarding in the house, what you gonna be looking for? Go ahead.
Your mama belt.
Yeah. What you gonna do? Hide the belt, man? I'm gonna hide my mama belt. This joke is small. He too small. Was all good. You could have done that in my house, boy. Oh boy, I don't know if you would have made it out. I don't know if you would have understood the assignment, brother. I'm telling you. But no, it's real though. You're looking for that belt to see what's happening. So that's what happens when we sin willfully, or we're stewards and we're not doing what we're supposed to do. You have that thing that's in the back of your mind, knowing that what the punishment of the Lord is coming out. It's that thing that you don't want. You don't want that feeling, brother. You'd rather go to the Lord and cry, Lord Jesus, Lord, I'm never gonna do it again, never. And sometimes that's enough. Sometimes you can cry your way and beg and plead your way to 10 years. Right? But the minute you stop begging and pleading, guess what happened? That thing that you've been running from, guess what? Lord gonna allow you to get it. I seen it. I seen brothers coming here, man. I promise you, young man coming here, come to class on time, sit down in here. Clearly, he been high on something. Damn. Damn. But nevertheless, I'm happy my brother in class. I'm happy for my brother being in class. And guess what? He would be on time every time we had a class. He was here and on time. And he started fighting that thing, God. So he went from chilling because he was fighting. Right. He was begging and pleading like, Lord, like, give me a chance. That's Stewart, correct? He was fighting for it. But he had a blessing that came his way. He got a lump sum. Like think about $21,000. You know what I'm saying? Brother came into a whole bunch of bread. Like he couldn't even believe he got it himself. He was like, sir, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. I'm like, brother, just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, man. I just want to see you do good. I want the best for you. Take care of yourself. I slowly started seeing, hey, you need me to come pick you up? Da 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 da. I started noticing he stopped fighting. He stopped fighting. So even in that blessing that he received, guess what he should have knew? Guess what he should have known? He had already had the knowledge of the truth. He knew what he was supposed to be did once he received that, that lump sum. What he was supposed to do? Come on, Cordell. He should have tightened it up. Tighten it up. The Lord sent me a lump sum, some cash right now, but we getting to school tonight. I'm telling you, I'm building it in the driveway. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm joking, Salakia, but I'm if that happens, Lord willing, that's what we're supposed to do. But what I'm saying in that story, man, it was a good brother, man, young brother, young. I'm talking about young brother. Couldn't have been no more than like 24. But how you running from an addiction? And here you can fight it. You're around brothers you can call. What I'm supposed to do? Da 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 da. Brothers giving you things to do to keep you distracted. But as soon as you get that thing, now you out there, and that thing you've been running from your whole life will devour you. All of us got it. I don't need to know what it is. Every last one of us has something. As to why we're sitting in these chairs tonight. Every last one of us is at some point asked the Lord to have mercy about something in our lives. And here go the trick. Now, if you're going to ask the Lord to have mercy on you, then why the hell you can't do it for your brother? Why you can't do it? What makes you so damn good that you can't do it for your sister? What is it? If not, we stop running from the thing that we're supposed to be fighting. We all got it. All right, everybody to war. What time is it, Bunky? Y'all, Baba Kusha? 8:16, sir. 8:16. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's so many things that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? When in the world, but when you had a knowledge of the truth, like like say for instance, like a job, right? You take a slavery bunker, y'all. You can't be a drug dealer bodyguard. Why? Because you had a knowledge of the truth. What you gonna do? Nah, you can't shoot. You can't shoot the plug, man. You gonna be guarding El Chapo? That's what you doing? You can't do that. It comes with a lot of responsibility, right? What we at? 27. Count on God. That's it on that. Good?
Okay.
Sure. All right, let's go to Matthews 18 and 23, Baba Kushar. Talking about the truth of what we're supposed to be doing in here is like is we taking it up to another level. We ready?
You said 23. You said
Matthew 18 and 23.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 18, and verse 23. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants.
Go ahead.
Verse 24. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him.
Salaki, read the first verse again.
Khan, sir.
Now this is in red, correct?
Khan.
So this is who's speaking.
Yahweh, sir.
So Yahweh is speaking, and once again, you know how he like to do. He's talking about a king that's going what? He's talking about a record, right? So let's get it. Like let's take the vibe up on it. It's like
Khan, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 23. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants. Verse 24. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents.
All right, stop. So what is taking place here, Quadon? Come on.
So like I said, if I may, it's like the king put, his servant over his he's his accountant, so he's taking account of, his basically his money.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And so like you said, one was brought into him, which owed him 10,000 talents. So like you said, he's taking a book, so he owes him some money, and he's basically saying, verse 25.
Slocky, we down to 25 yet, though.
Oh, Salaki.
So you skip over that. You just skip over that now.
Right, I'm reading that Salaki.
So you try to cheat. Stay where you at.
Okay.
You didn't understand the assignment out. Stay right there.
Okay, Salaki said. So again, like I said that this is the king. He has he's taking account of his servants.
All right, stop right there. Read verse 23 again.
Come on. The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 23.
Y'all gotta get this part, okay?
Therefore is the kingdom of heaven
what?
Is the kingdom of heaven.
Therefore what?
The kingdom of heaven.
The kingdom of heaven, meaning what? Our rulership, right?
That's right.
Christ is he gonna use this for us to understand how our kingdom would be and how we should handle certain things in what? The kingdom, correct?
That's right.
Read on.
Come on. Is likened unto a certain king.
Now it's likened unto this. It goes on this wise, if I may.
Come on.
What he doing is like what we always do. Come on, brother. Oh, go ahead, brother. The water.
Okay. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king.
Okay, go ahead.
I said is. I think that's what I'm talking about.
To a certain king, correct?
Come on.
To a certain king, read on.
Come on. Which would take account of his servants.
So he would take account of his servants. Like, just think about a king. Like, he on the throne, he chilling, everybody chilling. All right, man, what you got? He run it down. Like, I'm taking an account for my servants. I'm checking out my record book, correct? Read on.
Come on. Verse 24. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him.
This how you know that niggas wrote the Bible. That's right. I reckon.
Yeah, right.
Ain't never. Go ahead. So like, never.
Okay. So like, one was brought unto him.
So one brother was brought up to him, right?
That's right.
Checking all these things. So one brother was brought unto him. Read on.
Which owed him 10,000 talents.
So this brother was brought for him, checking out my record books, and I say, well, damn, young man Kevin, you owe me. So like, I want to use you in this example. So like, brother owed me 10,000, right? You know what I'm saying? You owe me some bread. I'm checking out my books. You owe me some. Read on.
Come on, verse 25.
Now, talents is a type of money, correct? It's a certain type of money. You got to pay attention. Somebody gonna have to look this up. Cause I want to get into it later, so that we all understand what this is. So just keep that in mind. I want the definition of talents, Bob Kushaw.
Come on.
All right, read on.
Come on, verse 25. But for as much as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold and his wife.
So what does this mean? For much he not pay, his Lord commanded him to be what? Sold, correct? And who else?
His wife.
And his wife, and who else?
His children.
Uh-huh.
And all that he had.
Uh-huh.
And payment to be made.
What did this mean? It mean like you owe this brother some bread. You owe him some money. So since you don't have my bread, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sell everything you got, and I'm gonna sell you off so you can work off this debt. Correct?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just think about it, because that's how I'm gonna get my bread back, because you don't have it. Read on.
Come. Verse 26. The servant therefore fell down.
The servant did what?
Fell down.
Uh-huh.
And worshiped him.
Uh-huh.
Saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all.
So he's thinking about it. He hey, bro, you owe me some bread. Man, come on, man. I ain't got it. Don't sell my kids, man. Don't sell, I ain't got it. He begging, plead. Right? Y'all see that, right?
Come.
Y'all, it's us. Think about us.
That's right.
Y'all seen New Jack City, right?
Come.
When Pookie was like, y'all looking at me like I'm crazy. I might be halfway there, I'm telling you. But I'm saying, like, it's a thing where it's like, when you know you owe somebody and you don't have it, you're damn to do anything. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
To be like, I just ain't got it. You know, see, read on.
Come. Verse 27.
Y'all want to hear the story, huh?
Then the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion.
He was what?
Moved with compassion.
So this Lord, you know what I'm saying, this man is begging to him. So the Lord, you know what? Damn, you know what? I'm gonna have some what? Compassion. All right. Read on.
Come. And loosed him.
And what?
And loosed him.
What does this mean? Go ahead.
So like you said, it's like he took the debt away from, like,
yeah,
so
man, man, get up, man.
Right, come.
Come on, hey, chill out, man. All right, you good. I'm not gonna. I should, but you know what? I'm gonna let you have this one. I'm gonna let you slide. All right, you cool.
That's
all right. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, you good. All right, don't worry about it. You and your family, y'all safe. You can keep your stuff. You good. All right. Read on.
Come. And forgave him the debt.
And what?
Forgave him the debt.
Read on.
Verse 28. But the same servant went out.
But this what?
Same servant went out.
Same man, right? The same servant went out and did what? Read on.
And found one of his fellow servants.
So he found one of his fellows, somebody that what? Owed him something, somebody that worked for him, correct?
That's right.
Read on.
Come. Which owed him 100 pence.
He owed him how much?
100 pence.
All right. So now he owed. Remember that word? Now how much did he owe his Lord?
So like I said, he owed him 1,000 talents.
So he owed him
10,000,
right?
Come.
And now how much his fellow servant owed him?
So like I said, he owed him 100 pence.
Now somebody do the math on that. We're gonna come back to it, okay? Read on.
Come. And he laid hands on him.
He did what?
Laid hands on him.
He laid hands on it. Go ahead.
And took him by the throat.
He took him by what?
The throat.
Could you imagine that's Israel all day right there, right?
Nigga,
you owe me so much. Why? Y'all trying to see it? You owe me. You see what's going on, Jake? You see he choking somebody. You see him like doing that? Oh man, he being mean, huh? Jake, he don't know what's going on. So he choking him, right? It's somebody that owes him money, right? So he choking this man. Read on.
That's right. Come. Saying, pay me that owest thou.
So now what he saying? Pay me what?
Thou owest.
Now you gonna give me my bread. You gonna give me my bread. This same man was just forgiven, correct? But now you jump on this brother and say, nah, you gonna give me my bread. Pay me what you owe me, right? Pay what you owe. Pay up. On site, correct?
Come.
Read on.
Verse 29. And his fellow servant fell down at his feet,
right?
And besought him, saying, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all.
Now who did this sound like? Go ahead.
That same servant.
It sounds like the same servant. Read on.
Come. Verse 30. And he would not.
And he what?
And would not.
And what?
And he would not.
Read on.
But went and cast him into prison.
Right. So this prison they talking about, he didn't forgive this brother. He sent his brother to prison. You know what I'm saying? To pay off his what? To pay off his debt, right? Read on.
Come. Till he should pay the debt. Verse 31. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry.
So everybody was, man, we seen what you just did, man. Read on.
Come. They were very sorry and came and told unto their Lord all that was done.
So they went and told the Lord everything that they seen that this brother just did, correct?
Right.
Read on.
Verse 32. Then his Lord, after that he had called him, said unto him, O thou wicked servant.
Oh, thou what?
O thou wicked
Oh,
servant.
thou wicked servant. Read on.
I forgave thee all that debt.
I did what?
I forgave thee all that debt.
I forgave you all your debts. Read on.
Because thou desiredest me.
Because you asked me to forgive you, correct?
That's right.
Read on.
Verse 33. Shouldest not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow
Should
servant?
you not have what?
Compassion on thy fellow servant?
So you can't have no compassion on your fellow man? I forgave you for everything that you did. You mean you can't tell me you can't get his brother the same compassion? Read on.
Even as I had pity on thee.
Even as I had pity on you. Read on.
Verse 34. And his Lord was wroth.
His Lord was what?
Wroth.
He was hot, man.
Right.
He was hot. 38 hot. You ever heard that?
Oh,
he was mad.
That's right.
Read on.
And deliver him to the tormentors.
He delivered them to who?
To the tormentors.
The brothers that would break your kneecaps. You understand? You know what I'm saying? They break your kneecap in your ankles, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To the tormentors, whatever that thing is. You understand? Read on.
Come. Till he should pay all that was due unto him.
Go ahead.
Verse 35. So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you.
Read
if
on.
ye from your hearts forgive not everyone his brother their trespasses.
Read that again, brother.
Come. The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 35. So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you.
So Yahushua done laid this down, right? He done gave this parable, right? He broke it all the way down. And you didn't forgive your brother. So likewise, what?
So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you.
Why?
If ye from your hearts forgive not everyone.
If you do what now?
Forgive not everyone his brother their trespasses.
If you don't forgive your brother their trespasses. Now this is a problem. This is a problem for Israel. You understand? That's right. And Yahushua is laying this thing out because it's so real. It's how we deal with our daily lives. Everybody be so like you'll bump into a brother that would, you know what I'm saying, say, don't worry about it. You good, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got you, bro. It's a complete misunderstanding. Let's move past it. You know what I'm saying? Let's work on whatever we need to work on to get better, correct? You understand? You be like, the water, brother, man. You know what I'm saying? So we don't do that. I'm talking about in the world. You'd be like, thank you, brother. Man, I'm cool. But the minute that brother walk past you, you all over his throat. You all on him. You ain't nothing. You owe me this. You owe me that. Whatever that thing is. You scald your brother. Scald him. You're like, you know what I'm saying? You scald your brother. For every little thing that you think that he may do right or do wrong. You scald your sister by every little thing that you think they may do right or do wrong. You run it down on them. You have no compassion for them at all. None whatsoever. But guess what you'll do though? You'll go and ask the Lord to forgive you for what you've done. You understand? You're going to go and beg and plead for every mistake that you've done in your life. But you can't forgive the brother who's right there in front of you. You can't forgive the sister that's right there in front of you. You don't understand that to whom much is given, much is required. You understood the assignment. We understood what we're supposed to be doing. And what you so quick to just, you ain't this and all the goddamn gossiping and all the talking. Stop it. You're not helping nobody. You're not doing anything. You're causing division. You don't understand your job as being a wise and faithful servant, right? A wise and faithful steward. You don't understand what you could be fracturing in a person's life because you choose to talk about them. Huh? You don't know what a person had to overcome to be in this body. We don't know. I don't know what this brother had to overcome, but guess what? If I'm a steward over what the Lord gave me, it's my what? Responsibility to understand it out. If you're a sister that comes here, it's my responsibility to understand what is happening to you. And Lord forbid people use opportunities to tear down people who's trying to do the right thing. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? What kind of spirit is that? Why? Because you can't get your goddamn way? It's not going in the manner that you would like it? Well, guess what? How many times has the Father forgiven you for things that you're not doing what he asked you to do? How many times? It's real, man. It's practical application about what we do to live our lives. That's right. We don't see it because we're thinking about ourselves all the goddamn time. Go give me that scripture to him and him alone. This, y'all understood this parable that Christ was laying down, right? We so quick to ask the Father for forgiveness and Lord, I say my prayers and da 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 da. Be a brother first. Be a sister. Do that. Come on out.
So like it. Well, what you saying so heavy, man, because we see it all the time with them Christians, man. You know, like they'll sit in them church pews right beside each other and then get out and bash each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then go and ask the Lord for forgiveness for that that gout they got.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I'm saying?
You praying for that.
Right.
I tell you what, man. Think about this. Let me paint the picture if I may, Salaki. Think about YAHANNA being tortured and crucified and being made a mockery of. This is the king of the Jews, right? Yeah. Put his crown, they're throwing the crowns on his head, pierce him in his side. That's embarrassing. Oh man, we don't know no king but Caesar. Think about that. And yet he still said what? Forgive them for they know not what they do. Who the hell are you? Somebody said something. What? Man, forgive that brother, man. Move the hell on. That nigga could be dead tomorrow, and what you gonna say? Sister can be dead tomorrow. What you gonna have to say? We live this life today because Christ died for his children. You understand? For the nation of Israel. For us to have an opportunity to do it the right goddamn way. The right way. And you mad? Because your husband didn't understand how precious and such a nice wife you was? Yeah, sis, you're a nice sister. You know what I'm saying? You know, you mad at him? Yeah, he found out that the Lord said he can have more than one. So he went and got 5. You know what I'm saying? So you just. Man, forgive that brother, man. Forgive that brother. Because you want forgiveness for what you've done. Right? You may not agree with it. It may make you upset. Guess what the knowledge of the truth does, though? It comes with a price. You said you understood the assignment. Are you going to be in the way? Or are you, what you trying to stop what the Lord got going on? That's what you're doing. That's what the steward was doing. He knew what his Lord will was, correct? Ain't that what it said? But he chose to do what? Drink. To mistreat the manservants and the maidens. You messing up the plan, huh? You could have had it all. Come on, I.S.U.P.K.
So like it, and what you saying so heavy because we like to do our stuff. You know, we like to mess up. Mm-hmm. You know, we like to go against what we supposed to do. We know what the Lord say. You know, you especially if you hear it from the I.S.U.P.K, you know it's true.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. We like to go against it and then blame everybody else but ourselves.
Right. Yeah, because what? It comes with a price. You going against it comes with a price. Come on, Bunkyo.
Yes, sir. what you bringing out is super heavy.
Go ahead.
Because I looked up what you asked for as far as a talent,
Most High Christ,
and a pence.
You come,
and you owe way more.
Way more. So what's the talent, Baba Kushar?
Salakia.
See, that's what I knew my brother gonna bring me back.
Salakia.
Because I was about to go out there for a minute. Come on.
According to Merriam-Webster, a talent is any of several ancient units of weight, a unit of value equal to the value of a talent of gold or silver. And pence, it just equates to plural of penny.
Our plural. So he owed this brother what? He owed this brother a lot.
Guap, Salakia.
Guap. Come on.
So Salakia, sir, if I may, from the definition, this brother really owed him sound like $1.
Yeah.
That second servant.
Some change, y'all.
That's right.
Some change.
Yeah, nice.
Some change. So this is us right here. This is us. How much do you think you owe the Lord, man? Huh?
Salakia, sir, your life.
Put $1 on it. Yeah. Put some on it. How much do you think you owe the Lord? So all right, so bet. So you know you don't have it. So guess what you're gonna do, Lord? Hey, just Lord, just please, Lord, just look out for the cookout. Just right. You know you don't have it when it comes to how many times the Lord done had mercy on you. You don't have it. But you want to prove to the Lord like I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Just give me another chance, Father. Please, Baba Kushar. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills from which cometh my help. That's right. My help coming from Yahweh. Right. And then what we say, right. You're asking the Lord, like, give me this. Give it to me. Right. I'm going to take it. I'm going to let me be the steward, man. Let me do it. Let me do it. I want to show you that I'm worthy of it. Please, Father, give me one more chance. So guess what the Lord says? You know what? That's his brother I've been working with at the school I've been working with since 1969. That's right. You understand? It's a refuge. It's that sanctuary. You understand? This remnant of the truth, right? I'm gonna let you find that. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna give you this. Let me tell you something. That old man that I used to be, brother. Let me tell you something. It was nothing but the grace that the Lord allowed me to be here. Nothing but grace. You understand me? Grace and mercy. I'm dead Salakia, if I may. Every nigga in the world can write a book about their struggles in this earth. Bestseller. And you think about the opportunity that the Lord give you. What did he say? This brother, he owed everything. He owed so much that the brother was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to sell you, your rib, your children, and every goddamn thing that you got. That's right. That's your life. That's right. You think about what you had to give up for the Lord to be like, all right. Think about it if the law of sacrifice was still in the Fed. Ooh, you see what I got? Got this pen, Lord. You know what I'm saying? Come on, I thought you.
So Lucky.
Go ahead.
And what you saying so heavy because like the Lord is deep with this one right here, man. You understand? Pause. I know this. Yeah. This joint is deep right here, man. He owed this one brother what was it 10,000 talents, and this other brother owed him 100 pence. That's 1%.
1%.
Not even 10.
Not even.
That's the 100. That's 1% of that 10,000, man. And we owe the Lord that 10,000 talents. We owe the Lord that, and we run down on our brother for 100.
Yeah, man. Run down on him. Put your hand around his throat every chance that you get. Yeah, you walking down on him. You stepped on my shoes. I want to bust you in your grill. I'm on site. You're going to die today. How about we exercise that compassion, man? You know what I'm saying? You pull a brother to the side. Hey, so like you didn't have to. Why you do that? You didn't have to do it like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you don't know what a person is going through from day to day. Like you don't know what they're fighting. You understand, Quadon? Like I don't know what you're going through. So for me to attack you, I know the Lord doesn't allow me to do. So I'm like, you owe me, nigga. You gonna give me what you give it up. What? It's senseless.
That's right.
And it's what Bunky y'all was talking about. Like we've been conditioned to do this.
That's right.
I was teaching this back then. This is a parable that he used to show like how what's the word I'm looking for? It's it began with a P, like it began what's the word? Prestigious? I want to say prestigious. No, it's another word I'm looking for. I can't think of what it is. It's like I don't know. It means like to have some kind of decorum about yourself, prestige or dignity. Like it's a certain dignity that comes with having compassion with your brother and sister, right? Like it's a thing that you can have and hold your head up in how you speak to a brother or sister.
That's right.
Like we have to learn to watch our mouths about what we say to our brothers and sisters, right?
That's right.
Cause you watch it, cause the Lord listen to what you say, and you owe Him everything. You be careful what you say to Him. You don't go to Lord, blah 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 blah. You don't go to cursing at the Lord. Job lost every goddamn thing. His wife said you should maybe curse your God and da da da. What Job do? He said a goddamn thing. Because he knew whatever that he had, the Lord gave it to him anyway. Right. You understand? He lost it all. And still didn't be like, Lord, yeah. Knew that. But we have the nerve to talk about our brother when you owe the Lord every goddamn thing, God. You owe him everything? Come on, who that? Who said poise? What's that sister name? Poise. Ask her to explain poise. Baba Kushar. Everybody got a level of responsibility tonight. Ain't nobody getting off tonight. I see y'all brothers, y'all choosing y'all words very careful tonight. What does poise mean, Baba Kushar? What does poise mean? Y'all got the scripture for me? Go to him and him alone. Hold that for me.
This is the book of Matthew.
I want poise.
This is the definition of poise on the Google.
What you laughing at, Ethan? Go ahead.
It means graceful and elegant, bearing in person, balance, equilibrium.
She said it right. So now we know the word, right? We know what it means. So how do we apply poise? How do we apply it in the practical application of being a good steward? Right? How do we apply it? How do we apply poise? Our bar. Read the definition again. You still got the definition?
Kind, sir. This definition of poise on Google: graceful and elegant, bearing in person, balance.
Now stop. How many of us is acting with grace? Read the first part again.
Graceful.
Are you living your life in a graceful manner? Or is it just a word that we learn to make stuff sound good? Or are you that real? What's the word? Personification. That's the word. Can I use that one? I use that. I had to check my man. You know what I'm saying? I like to use words I heard. You know what I'm saying? Sound good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How do you personify being graceful? How do you do it? How do you do it? You do it the same way YAHANNA died on the Christ for us, man. You got to suffer. You understand? There's a certain level of suffering that comes with being graceful. That means what? How do you ever seen a figure skater? They do all the jumping around and spinning, all this. You know how they do it, right? They make it seem what? Graceful, correct? But what is happening to that ice while that figure skating is skating? Huh? Come on.
It's like it's being like
cuts. It been grooved by sharp blades. You understand? The ice skates are blades, right? They're razor sharp, right? They what's the name? Nancy Harding, Nancy Kerrigan, and what's the Tanya Harding? I put them together. I put them together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The blade was so sharp when she hit her, you know what I'm saying? She ruined her career. So I'm saying all of that to say this. Yeah, you may see somebody move with grace, but underneath them they're cutting their path out. It's a path being cut when you see people move with grace. And guess what? And in grace, you see that path being cut by who? The observers of watching the gracefulness out. They may see you move gracefully, right? But they don't see the path that been cut, Quadon. That's what the truth is, huh? That's what the knowledge of the truth is. It's the blades of real life. And if you follow the truth, then guess what? You can do it with, the sister said, poise, and you can do it with grace. And not only can you do it, you can treat other people with grace too. It is just not a goddamn word. You got to do it. I dare you to do it for real. I triple double dog dare you to do it for real. Don't just talk. Don't talk somebody's ears off how good of a brother you are. Nigga, be a brother. Don't just talk about how good of a sister you are and that. No, do it. Just because you don't like the way something is looking, shut your mouth. Shut your goddamn mouth. Because just like all of us have a responsibility of being good stewards, and guess what? Our mouths get closed and shut the hell up too. All of us do. Do your job. Because you never know when the Lord may come in. Because you are unaware of it. All right? Give me that scripture I asked for, Baba Kusha. This is something I want to go over, and I think it's imperative that we go over this tonight. Baba Kusha. Any other questions about what we had online for his brotherhood and what we went over so far? About somebody being in the right position and doing what they're supposed to do? No, nobody's saying nothing. I'm looking for somebody to say something. Please, Baba Kusha, somebody please type in something on the goddamn. This microphone working? And what Jim Hyman do? This thing going? Come on.
So like I had a precept for what you were saying.
Hold, go. Let me hear. Come on.
In Ecclesiastes 32:8.
Come on.
It say, "Let thy speech be short."
But okay. Come on.
Comprehending much in few words.
Most High in Christ.
Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't like. Everything don't require you to open your mouth and say something about. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be somebody that even if you know, sometimes the scripture says seeds for everything. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your mouth is required to be shut, even if you do know something. You know what I'm saying?
That'll do it every time. That show would you be a good servant, steward. Come on.
Can you correlate that precept to be as sharp? What is it? As wise as a serpent, but as harmless as a dove. Because you know the oppressor is the devil, but you don't go out, I guess, to your slave or whatever.
Cutting up. You could use that. Most High in Christ. You know what's going on the earth. And because you know the knowledge of the truth, it comes with a price. So you can't just be out here wilding out on every oppressor that walk by you. That's not gonna change. That's not how the kingdom gonna come. The kingdom is inside of you. The kingdom is what you do. You are like, think about that. Your life, right, is the kingdom. That's what that's what in this parable we're talking about, right? It said, like unto the kingdom, like this. This is how it matters. Now you gonna got in the kingdom, somebody gonna forgive you for everything that you done wrong. Then damn it, you forgive the next brother or sister, right? Because if not, then guess what? You may be the one that goes see the tormentors. Do you want that? Because they understand the assignment. You know what I'm saying? The tormentors, they there for a reason. They have a name. Read that verse that I asked for, Bible Kushar. Then we're gonna get up out of here.
Count on count. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 15.
Go ahead.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
If thy brother does what?
Salakia shall trespass against thee, and Salakia, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Now, what does this mean? We're talking about practical application. What does this mean? Let's go. Come on.
Salakia, sir, is saying, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, saying like if your brother does you any wrong, like what's a current term we would use, like does you dirty or do you dirty, right? Yeah, do you dirty or do you wrong? Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. Meaning, instead of being like going out like you were saying, Adawan, saying like going out and trying to choke him out, or going trying to shoot him, or going out trying to put him on blast on social media like my generation does. Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. Go out and pull that brother to the side and be like, hey brother, you did, like, I felt this way about this, like, you know what I'm saying, I have a
let's do it like this, so we make it practical, right? Don't fly off the handle. Don't bottle it up. Do neither one. We have to show compassion up. Like, it does no good to have somebody offend you, and you know, like, if I jump bad, bow, you know good damn well, brother, you should have da. Only thing you gonna do is what? You gonna have to jump back. You're gonna have to be like, who you think you talking to, man? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be that way. But if there was a level of compassion, like I seen you first, like I understood being a steward first, right? I understand the mission. So like, y'all, there's a way to talk to a man in here, right, and still be able to get the, you know what I'm saying, get the point across, right? Come on, our boy.
What offends you might not offend me, and what offends me might not offend you. You know, the slightest thing might offend me. And being a brother is listening to that brother saying, "Hey, the way you said that or the way you did that offended me."
Yeah.
I might not be like, "What you talking about?" But being a brother is like, "All right, bet." You know, I heard a lot.
Come on, Cordell.
So, like I said, if I may, you know, what y'all bringing out definitely heavy, and this is black people problems, you know. And
it's our problem. Come on.
What I was saying, this right here, the scripture is so therapeutic in our problems. Because if we had that integrity, or, you know, that compassion for a brother, we would go to that brother and be like, look, brother, you know, I really wasn't feeling what you was feeling. And that brother may see it's a flaw in the way he's treating his brother and understand, like, okay, brother, Salaki, you know what I mean? And then now you've gained that brother instead of we sitting here hating each other for something that can be settled.
Right. And is that not the goal?
Come.
The goal is to get the whatever thing that is causing the strife between the brothers. You understand? It's to fix it. And guess what? The other part about it, him and him alone, meaning what? If I got a problem with I.S.U.P.K, right? What the hell me telling Bunker y'all gonna do? Come on.
So Lagi, if you got a problem with Athanya and you tell Bunky R instead of going to Athanya,
No, you can't.
Go ahead.
Salagi said it's gonna cause even more trouble, and
It's gonna cause what?
More problems.
It's gonna cause more problems. Read on.
Kind of.
I mean, Salaki, it's gonna cause more problems. What else?
It's gonna make me think like you. I won't say you are. I would think you're gay because you're talking to another man about another man.
Come on. Let's say you gay. Him gay. Nah, it's you don't have no respect for yourself. It's lack of dignity. Like the sister says, it's lack of poise. You ain't got enough gumption about yourself to say, hey, you know, what's going on? Like what's up? I'm on the same type of time. Oh, we gonna try to figure some things out, man. And we can pick any day to be assholes. You can pick any day to be a bitch. Pick one. Monday through Sunday. Do it all over again. Just keep going. Just keep doing it. You being a bitch for what? Your how much? The tenants? What's the word? For your pence? When you owe the Lord every goddamn thing, and you're choosing to what? To go against your brother? For what? You need this man, believe it or not. I don't give a damn what the earth tell you. You need this man right here. You need him. What you gonna go get another him and train him? No, you fix what we have wrong with our brothers and our sisters. That's right. And what's the other part? Say go to who? Him and him alone. Like if me and his brother got an issue, shouldn't nobody even goddamn know it. Nobody. It should even. What you talking for? What are you trying to persuade? Like what you doing? Who are you talking about? Who are you trying to downplay? Who are you trying to get on your side? Come on. Yeah. What's the purpose of it? Yeah, we don't understand how fragile we are as a people. We don't understand like people come here and we really be hurt, man. Life has done a number on our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. That's right. Have we not been beat down enough? We went over all night tonight about the compassion that the Lord done showed us, the parables that are in the scriptures. Why you think Christ was going over it? Then everybody want to say, yeah, that's my brother, that's my sister. Where's your spirit at? Where's the vibe? Let me see the vibe. Bunker, y'all was saying this all last week, and I think give my brother a hand, man. You know what I'm saying? He was saying it all, and I said, damn, why the spirit keep moving his brother and say it? You know what I'm saying? Like he just kept saying it like over and over and over. Like it just, he just kept saying it because it's not an individual problem. What I'm talking about is not like I don't want nobody to think it's individual. This is not going out to anybody in particular. This is for us as a people. It's all of us. You can't be who you're supposed to be, who the Lord wants you to be, if you're not thinking about your brother first. You can't be the type of sister that you think you want to be if you're not thinking about your sister first. I had my sister come to me and she just like, Officer Zion, you need to make sure, what she always tell me? Consider it. She said, you need to step your consideration game up. Who you talking to, guys? You know what I'm saying? What? You know what I'm saying? Fuck, who you talking to? You know what? She came to me and me alone. That's right. She's gone. Con sis, hey, I got you. But you better watch that tone of voice. you better tread lightly. I cut you, you know what I'm saying? But it's toward that. That's how it's supposed to be. That's right. It should be no malice, like when somebody come to you and be able to approach you and be like, hey, Quadon, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, brother, man, you know, the other day when you pulled up, man, I thought, you know, you had your lights on bright, man, when you pulled up behind me. I couldn't see nothing in the mirror, man. You should have speed up then. Damn, bro, I mean, your lights out. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't have, only thing you could say is, Salakia. It's nothing wrong with saying it's on me. There's nothing wrong with it, And as men, I'm talking about as brothers, like, you know, Salakia, I'm probably going over the time, right? I'm almost done, Baba Kashaw. We'll wrap it up. But as brothers, like, we got to understand, like, out there, us not saying Salakia is my fault, somebody could lose their life, man. Straight up. Like, as men, we don't tolerate disrespect from men. You know what I'm saying? The women gonna get out of pocket. Their sister, she just gonna run her goddamn mouth. She just throw a rose or something. She I love you. You know what I'm saying? My bad. I didn't mean to say it. Yeah, whatever, you know, whatever women do. You can't do that to a man. You fly off the handle like that with a man, and he's gonna require this respect. We require the respect. And in here, when you're dealing with men, all of us are warriors in here. If you have an issue with your brother, go Baba Kusha, deal with that. Don't be a bitch and be running your goddamn mouth about your brother. Cause that's what you're doing. Like, Salaki out, man. And end it. Remember, the kingdom of heaven is in you. And if you mess it up, then guess what? You're slowing this thing up for the Lord, man. You better be a good servant, be a good steward, because you may be unaware when he come back. Your sisters out there, you mad at your husband, all mad. It was all good. You get ready to walk. You'll say you get ready to make the kingdom, and they pull the record out. You say, oh, wait a minute. I see right here. You see, you didn't forgive your husband for that third wife of his. Yeah, right here. I see. Yep, right here. Yep, it was all good, but see, you still mad at her. What is it? What you mad at him about for that? What's that about? Oh, you can say, you know what? Like I said earlier, man, you know, me and Bun, we were talking about this. Like, that's your brother, right? That's your brother. You know, back in the day, your sister used to hook you up with all her friends. With Cordell, you know, yeah, you do, yeah. My brother, he crazy, girl. You be, yeah. You're right. Yeah. Hey, hook me up with Keisha. Yeah. Hook me up with Keisha. You know what I'm saying? That honestly, I mean, straight up. That's your brother. Hey, it is what it is. Stop all the talking out. Stop it. Somebody come to you with something that is negative, stop it at the door. Ask them to put a name on it. Who said it? Why are they coming telling you? My old man said something that was, you know what I'm saying, that was just real. Like, you ask somebody, be like, oh, hey, just between me and you, don't say nothing else. Don't say there's nobody else, right? You know why they can't keep it to themselves? When you say things like, you know why they can't keep it to, you know why they're not going to keep it to themselves? Anybody? Because you couldn't keep it to yourself. So that thought that pops in your head, like, hey, I'm just gonna say this right here. Swallow that. Swallow it. Swallow it. People always say you should not say anything that you can't repeat, right? Close your mouth. Because what's happening is you want the forgiveness for everything for your thing. Lord, when you want to ask the Lord forgive you for every goddamn thing that you done, but you ready to put your hand around somebody's throat. Remember that. We must have compassion for one another and be willing to fix it. Okay, you are unaware of when what? The master gonna return. All right. And to whom much is given, much is required. So the knowledge of the truth comes with what? A price. There's a price to pay. So remember, the next time you fly off the goddamn helmet, just know what it might cost you. Next time you bottle something up and just carry it till you can't carry it no more, just think about what it may cost you. All right. And with that, I'm gonna turn the class over to preaching prophet of the Lord Bunker, y'all.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is the feast of the dedication, Hanukkah, 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. Sunday, the 28th of November of this year, according to the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I.M.A.J.I.M, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. I.M.A.J.I.M Shabbat. I.M.A.J.I.M Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Yadamatah. Class dismissed.
Sorry, PTSD.